Dating by committee. Now, this is a concept that came to me while I was recording a video titled, You've Already Met Your Soulmate, right? And what I started to figure out in real time, just getting downloads in that moment was, oh, damn, there's a lot of people who are simply dating based upon everybody else's opinions. Because I've gotten a multitude of messages from you ladies. Y'all tell me y'all stories all the time. And I get to unpack, I get to connect the dots. I used to do, one-on-one coaching when that was still a thing, but now I'm in a place where I'm like, I'm cool off that. But something that I've come to recognize is that there is a tendency for women to move towards relationships that are stamped by their quote-unquote committee. Their homegirls, their mamas, aunties, sisters, cousins, so the familial base, colleagues and coworkers, the media, television. There is something about having a group affirm that you're making the right decision that sounds so appetizing. It's social proofing. That's what we call it, right? I used to work in marketing. I was in digital marketing for about 7 years. And there's a concept called social proofing. The reason why you want a bunch of followers or a bunch of views on a video is because you want it to be socially proofed. You want to show that this is something that has a track record. It's proven already. So there's a biological aspect of this. But oftentimes it's used against and in opposition of our own intuition, where we will skip over the one that has not been quote unquote vetted by everybody else, right? So you got to have, and I've seen this happen in real time, and I've seen it happen about me, where it's like, okay, homegirl, she's like, he's cute, huh? And then, oh yeah, he's really cute. Oh yeah, he's, all of a sudden all four think I'm cute. The same thing can happen on the other side. Ooh, he ain't that, he ain't all that. I mean, yeah, you're right. I don't know. Yeah, he ain't all that. Girl. As soon as there's two more voices telling you he ain't all that, all of a sudden you're basing your own perception off of that. And I wish this was just a conversation to like the younger generation, but I've seen this in grown, or I won't say grown, I'll say adults, right? Because not all adults are matured or quote unquote grown. Let's just be honest about that. That's men and women. We've seen enough people with enough life experience and enough wrinkles left to their own devices, right? Enough wrinkles that still do not have a certain level of maturity that they move through with throughout their lives. But what I'm speaking to is, again, this phenomena of how we are so easily persuaded into relationships based upon oftentimes superficial metrics. They are surface level and they keep you miserable. In the video that I referenced, You've Already Met Your Soulmate, something I got into was that oftentimes the thing that keeps you apart from your soulmate is the expectation of who this person's supposed to be. So you have an image that was sold to you on, what this perfect man looks like. You've been sold what the perfect partner is and how they show up. And that's changed over time because marketers, they've adapted to culture and culture's adapted to the messaging. And now we have an agenda that's playing out that's, having men not even be a man no more, not want to be a man. We got all kinds of stuff going on, right? But that's a story for another time. And so you have these concepts like before, if you were in the 1930s and 40s, it was a man with a beard, cowboy hat on top of a horse, smoking a Marlboro, right? Possibly drinking a beer or something like that. Fast forward 2024, it's a dude in skinny jeans and a purse. It's like whatever's presented in front of us, we are taking as, oh, that's the thing for us as men. Back in the day, like the 90s, I remember it was like stick figure skinny girls was like the in thing. And then all of a sudden now it's, the BBL queens. Like we were given this image of what was right for us, what was attractive for us. And when we bought into that, we fell into that, and we would basically have committee voting for who we were pursuing, who we were after, who we desired, or who we allowed in. And I promise y'all, and I've been speaking to ladies specifically in this video, but again, this is a globalized message. This will keep you miserable. This will keep you, when you base your relationships off of the people around you instead of your own instinct and intuition, you stop trusting yourself and you start putting that trust and investing that trust into everybody else but you. Instead of moving off of your own knowing, your own intuition, you start to base your decisions off of everybody else's perception. And more times than not, it is their insecurities that are going to be leading you. Example, if you are looking to get into a healthy monogamous relationship, a committed relationship, not this funny business we got going on nowadays. I'm talking about a real serious relationship, right? I'm talking about a marriage sort of relationship, whether there's paperwork or not, it's a marriage. There's a union in that household. But you have friends that do not have the same priority. They don't have the same intentions as you have. They may want what's best for you, quote unquote, but their unconscious biases are always going to play into it. So if they got a mentality of F these dudes or they ain't no good dudes, that's all they can give you. And so you will have somebody who is good for you, who has the same goals and same, desire for this relationship. And they very well may sabotage, say, there's something off. They're going to be pointing at everything as a red flag. They're going to be giving you false indicators, not because they don't want you to be happy. It's just that they would rather have you where they're at, right? Misery loves company. These might be people you've known your whole life, people you're so close to. They're like kinfolk to you. Brother, sister, well, usually it's going to be your sisters, let's be honest. Just like the fellas, it's going to be our boys. It might be your brother, it might be your daddy who's giving you advice. Bro, go out there and sow your oats is what they used to say back in the day. Go out there and plant your seed, son. Absolutely not. That is 1000% sabotage advice. I might have to do a whole video just on that. The sabotage advice that parents give to their children. Go out there and explore. Explore what? More trauma like you? Absolutely not.
I don't chase the bag, no, I don't chase it at all. Yeah, I'm the type to manifest about as quick as withdrawals. You see my life in ATM, see all the hundreds involved. Feel like a magnet in my stack and want my energy charged. I don't chase the bag, no, I don't chase it at all. I swear my life feel like abundance, got infinity card. I'm seeing 20s, 50s, 100s, swear this life like an art. A young Picasso, I bring it in the image to dawn. I don't chase the bag, I don't chase the bag, nah. I attract the bag, I attract the bag, yeah. I don't chase the bag, I don't chase the bag, nah.